the game. I pulled this out from my list. The game is a 1997 film from David Fincher. One of my favorite David Fincher films, actually. It came after 1995 Seven, and before Fight Club, 1999's Fight Club. I was reading the Wikipedia page where, in fact, the game was supposed to be slotted to be shot before Seven with Brad Pitt. But apparently Brad Pitt became available for the shoot, and then David Fincher decided to shoot the game first. No, decided to shoot Seven first, then came the game. And a lot of times I don't necessarily read the game being an aspect of what people talk about as much as Seven and Fight Club. As much as I adore Seven and Fight Club, I would put the game in one of the top 5 David Fincher films as well. To me, wow, this is legit. Now I realize the sticker, the local Singapore censorship sticker here. So this is legit, plus the Warner Brothers sticker. Anyway, it's one of his more evocative films, which I adore. Which it wasn't written by him, according to Wikipedia. Let me read out as I show the cover here. The game is a 1997's American thriller film directed by David Fincher. It stars Michael Douglas and Sean Penn. Michael Douglas was my go-to action hero back then, during the 90s. Tons of films I adored him in. And it's produced by Propaganda Films and Polygram Films Entertainment. It tells the story of a wealthy investment banker who is given a mysterious gift by his brother. It's a participation in a game that integrates in strange ways with his everyday life. As the lines between the banker's real life and game became more uncertain, hints of a large conspiracy become apparent. I personally adore this film to bits, man. It maybe in my advanced age. I remember watching this when I was 20, maybe 30, again 30s, probably 30s when I watched it. And it gave me pause, at least for me, and assessment of my life, because what essentially happened is things go through his life, things happen to him, and he assesses what he does, be it how he reacts to it and how he reacts to it. I remembered this movie again when I watched the recent Squid Game, and also even before that Alice in Wonderland. I forgot, the Japanese death game show as well. Not necessarily battle royale, it's not so far apart, but enough that a person's life is turned over with events that's happening to him or her through other forces, if that's the word, other person's hands. No, it's not the same as Squid Game, but the pathos to me is similar to a degree. But that's what I think. Folks might not find a direct connection, so be it. That is your particular preference, is not mine, but mine is, it reminded me of that. Let's have a look at the DVD. Up into the page, up into the DVD. Ooh, nice, 2 discs, got inserts. I love it when there's inserts. Oh, there is a page, there's a booklet. There is a booklet that is nothing inside. Kamakon. There's a booklet or a leaflet, foldable leaflet, 2 disc VCD. To me, it's one of a must-watch, and maybe I should just leave it as that, must-watch of David Fincher films. Let me put this here as I play. Maybe I should go. I didn't plan for full screen, and that's why it looks a bit dodgy. Maybe I should have done full screen. Nah, it's still a bit dodgy, isn't it? Let me adjust a little bit. Yeah, maybe this works. The story is not straight up. I'll do a bit of angle so you can see my reflections. It doesn't have the glamour of Seven, nor Fight Club, but to me it is similar in terms of mood and tone that David Fincher inevitably always imbues in his movies. There are tons of flashbacks, and the flashbacks are the one that affects me quite a little bit. Not that it paralleled my life, but it brings up a certain aspect of this character that tears away the veneer of him as what he portrays himself to other folks, and it goes deeper to what he is. At the same time, as I'm saying this, I recognize one aspect of films which that appeal to me a lot is when it is connected somehow to filmmaking. And one aspect of this film which I totally adored is, this is spoilers, in one scene where he goes to a character's house and he recognizes the house is like a propped house where the books on the shelf are not real books, when price tags of lamps are still there. And it reminded me tons of behind the scenes of films. At 1997, in the year 1997, when I watched this, it was past 1997. I started filmmaking. In my first film was 1998, which I'll talk about later. Yes, I managed to pull that VCD, but I spent 10 years in industry making films, and it always fascinates me when films film behind the scenes of making films. Does it make sense? It's the joy of that. It's the same as watching films now where they show toys. It's like Transformers, the first film Transformers with Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf, where they showed designer toys in the background like rabbits. I'm like, wow, the joy of seeing toys. So that's that. Sorry, I hope that you folks have context of what I'm talking about. But yes, that's the game. Until now, it's one of my. It still remains one of my top 5 favorite films of all time, which actually includes Michael Douglas in it as well. Another film is Black Rain, and I've been trying to do a top 10 films, my personal top 10 films, but I've never been able to do it all these years. And I've not been able to do that because my choices always changed. Having said that, I will move on to my next film and hopefully not put too many people to sleep